Vortex, this car is so hot. But I'm in the South, I should be used to it. Much of my decisions are based on my ego. How much of what I do, I don't even know the reason that compelled me to move this way or that way, say this thing or not, say what I really want to say. Say what I really most desperately wanna say. So often I've bitten my tongue, all because I knew that my feedback wouldn't be well received. And I was right, 'cause times when I haven't bit my tongue, my feedback's never well received, 'cause they're so deceived in their perspective. And I'm not trying to hurt anyone, promise. It's never my intention, so if I do, I'm sorry. But at the same time, I'm guessing that you're the candy ass. But I know that I can be real brash, and no, I don't mean to be crass, it's just that I'm so good at it. I've been told that's a northern thing. Yeah, a little bit. The South is real, polite. Yeah, I'm not really polite. I don't have good manners. Like, I say please and thank you. I hold the door open for people. I do shit like that, but I'm not an ass-kissy motherfucker. I hate those types of people. And no, I don't say honey or darling or sweetheart without being condescending. Actually, it's just the way that I talk now. It's not just the South. Black people do the same thing. A lot of women do the same thing. Everybody's got a pet name, you know. It's okay. And I've worked in restaurants long enough that I can make that my excuse. But it's not really an excuse, it's a reason, because things rub off on me. You know, because I'm an empath and shit. But, I'm not trying to steal anybody's bit. That's such a grift, it's such a grift, it's such a grift, it's such a grift. But I'm the type of person people steal my bits because they need a lift, and I'm the only one that can give it. Everybody's so bland, they're so boring, doing exactly what they think we should be expecting. What kind of life is that? That's cool. Kids love doing that one. My friend's toddler, we do it to each other all the time, and he doesn't want to stop, and then the manager gets mad at me, and because she brings her kid to work because she's fucking broke. I'm like a little kid in my head. I'm also like a really old ass person at the same time. It's weird. Well, schizophrenic supposedly have this thing that we do called double bookkeeping, but at this point I call it quadruple bookkeeping because I'm living so many times in my mind. You'll never understand that. That's why I have to be over here under my rock. It's my favorite rock. Don't feel sorry for me. God's with me, God's with me, way more than he is with you. And not because he don't want to, but because you reject him. Well, I can't. And it's not just because of the state I'm in. A lot of people do things because of the state that they're in, the state that they're in, the state that they're in. They don't really notice. They can't acknowledge things that aren't up on the surface. They can't acknowledge things that don't punch them in the face, cause even when they punch them in the face, they'll say, oh no, that was displaced. They didn't mean that, they didn't mean that. You know, those jibby jab manufacturers, they didn't mean that blood clot, they didn't mean that blood clot, didn't mean the blood clot, they didn't mean the blood clot. And I'm gonna keep pretending that they'll give me more than what I got if I take the next shot. You know, this is how stupid people are these days. They don't pay any attention to the timing of any motherfucking thing. They don't pay attention to things that don't go right along with their worldview, even if their worldview kills them or maims them so severely they wish it would have killed them originally. Pity, 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 motherfuckers that are this motherfucking shitty. I love motherfucker. It's my favorite curse word. Can you tell? Well, there you go. Say I'm gonna burn hell all because of my mouth. Even though I praise God, I know it sounds just a little bit odd that I use the same mouth to praise God and curse the way I curse, but I live in the world, because that's where he put me. And I'm the bridge, yeah, I'm the bridge. Yeah, I'm the bridge. Yeah, I'm the bridge. Cause I'm trying to get the sinners. The ones at life that don't feel like winners, but we're no sore losers, cause losers can't be choosers. I don't like this whole victim-victor thing, you know? Just cause I'm a victim don't mean I could be a victor, or vice versa. Cause a lot of people just don't look at it like that. Whatever happened to them, they just accept it. Doesn't have to be this thing I conquered. It don't have to be this thing I curl up with repeatedly, as if it's gonna save me more than it did the last time I tried to run and hide from my reality. So I say, I say that this thing defines me, it defines me. It defines me, it defines me. I get it, really do. But I wanted to move on. And moving on isn't what you've been told it is. You still go back and just have fun with that. So just use your mental illness in a positive way. All you can do is flip it. That's why you can turn it into a joke, or turn it into a song, or turn it into a poem, or a painting or something. So the victor's got something to prove, something to prove, something to prove. And like I said, me and you will never do it for them. They'll always need someone else. Because like I said, they just can't prove it to themselves. So everybody else has to suffice for the time being. But yeah, I feel like people who say they're the victor are just kind of lying to themselves. I don't like Survivor either. That sounds so fucking gay. What I like... What did I say before? Totally forgot. I wrote this down. I think I wrote it down. But I'm trying to remember it. Without having to look it up in my little notebook. Okay. I'm not the victim nor the victor. I just found a cure. It's God. I'm not the victim nor the victor. I just found the cure. It'll always be God. Just try to find the good in it. Just try to find the good in it. Whatever it is, whatever it was, do it just because that's the right thing to do. Okay, so the victim-victor thing, it's ego, like what I was just singing about. So, like, I see this more with the victim mentality than anything else, but I also see it with the victor mentality too, but it's way more prevalent with the victim mentality because that mentality is more prevalent. People that see themselves as a victim, they get totally caught up in that. And it's like the only thing that they want to be, which is why they succumb to all the stupid shit they succumb to. Whether it's stupid-ass politics, it's polypharmacology, whatever the fuck, pseudoscience, okay? So they subject themselves to all that. They subject themselves to the culture, which is fucking terrible, and it's just getting exponentially worse every 5 minutes, okay? So it's like materialism, media, all that stuff. Social media is just an extension of what was already there, okay? All the problems we have right now are just an extension of problems that we've already had for a long ass time because human beings just will never get their shit together. And so they can't stop proving that they're never going to get their shit together. And so there are plenty of people on the internet, they're making it seem like, oh, I'm making money and I'm this thing and I'm that thing. But it's like, oh man, that ego of theirs and their cocksuredness, which I guess is ego, right? It's just so obvious. Maybe just to people like me. I don't know. But, I don't know, I'm just kind of scraping by. And I'm okay with just scraping by. You know, but, like, on YouTube, though, I know that I could probably get way more traction. But I just don't want to. I don't want to, like, do anything more attention getting, you know? Because I already hate how women do that, but I hate how mentally ill people do that, and I hate how Americans do that. It's just this constant, just drama, you know? But, yeah, with the victim mentality, though, it's like there's definitely a lot of narcissism there. Because when you see yourself as a victim, you feel special. You feel entitled. You want things to be given to you. You want people's sympathies. And I know that there are things that genuinely victimize people. I understand that. But of course, it's going to be, what's the word? Like, they're using people's lack of discernment against them. So it's like, when you put all this stuff together, it makes it seem like it's all the same. You know, with the stuff that women accuse men of, you know, that stuff. But just a bunch of political stuff. It's like nobody understands their emotions. Nobody understands what just happened. Okay? And so, dude, I need to write that on a poster. That's really good. Hold on. I need to write that in my little notebook. You see, God agrees with me. That's why the light went off. I tell myself that everything means something, right? Oh, God, that's way cooler. Nobody knows what just happened. So true. There's this guy that I used to go to AA meetings with. He was one of my favorite people. He was really funny. His name was Steve Lee. I know it's anonymous, but he would always introduce himself that way. He was sober for a really long time. Hopefully he hasn't relapsed. Haven't been there in like a long time. But he used to say, my problem is I think I know what just happened. That's so true. That's our ego, though. And that's what victimizes us. And the flip side of that is that we think that we've conquered. The only reason why we conquered anything is because of God. But when we attribute that success to ourselves only, and we think like, oh yeah, I'm a badass. I'm a badass. I'm going to get people out of the Democrat Party because I'm such a badass. You know, I saw that a lot. It's a grift. Total grift. And I don't even think it's a purposeful one. I think like it's their thing. You know, like so many people on the internet, they're just, I don't think that they're working for people. I actually think it's their egos that are working against them. And it seems like they're working for people, but they don't have to, you know? So, you know, the devil loves to confuse, and that's why the internet is a tool of Satan. Because it's like, it's a toolbox, really. Satan's toolbox. Dude, I need to write that down too. Shit. The internet is Satan's toolbox. I think I said something else like along those lines. The narcissist hotspot. I think that's what I said. Satan's sandbox. Oh yeah, I said that too. I didn't think I put that on a poster though. Toolbox. Makes more sense. Psychiatry is also Satan's toolbox. Oh my gosh, I love that so very much. Don't you love that? I need an actual flute player. Or I could just play the fucking flute, right? But I think this is my instrument. It's obvious that they don't. I wish that I could play this instrument right, but I accept that I don't, and know that won't keep me from playing the fuck out of it. was another word that started with a V. I think that... Sorry, I'm still trying to figure that shit out. Like I said, it's probably in the notebook. In this little tiny notebook. That's the man in my head. He's my consulter. Okay, like we consult each other. If Carl Jung ever met me, he would be obsessed with me. I would have been like one of his patients that had an affair with him. A lot of people don't know about that. Yeah, and this little notebook is so much. I write down Bible verses that I really like, too. See? Jesus was an insult comic. So true. He really was. That's why he says, ye of little faith, ye of little faith, ye of little faith, ye of little faith. He was mocking, was it Matthew or was it Mark? This was when he walked on water. I think it was Matthew, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let's see. Gotta figure it out. So his disciple was walking on water with him because Jesus told him to come out, and he didn't realize he was walking on water. Once again, the ego. The ego belongs to the world. So once he realized that he was walking on water, he freaked out. He was like, I'm not supposed to do this. This doesn't go along with reality. And then Jesus was like, why did you doubt? And he saves him out of the water. He says, ye of little faith. Oh my goodness, what the fuck is it? What's cool about the King James Version, what's cool about this like little pocket, big ass pocket version, men's jeans pocket version of the Bible. So it has these things like it breaks it down into like brackets of like, this is what Jesus did in this point, you know. See, like this whole section is about this, you know. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, I'm looking for the part where he's walking on water. Because that's kind of a big deal, you know. That's the one they talk about the most. That's crazy that... That's crazy that it's not talked about. What the fuck? Now this part that I'm reading is about how, like, there's a storm. Jesus calms the storm, and he also says, what is that? Why are ye so fearful? How is it that ye have no faith? And they feared exceedingly and said one to another, what manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obeyeth him? Well, because he has God in him, he can make it happen. If he's God, then he can make shit happen. That's why you have to have faith in yourself. That's the whole point of this, okay? I promise I know how to interpret this right. I mean, I've had bishops and priests tell me that, so it's like, I wouldn't be Orthodox if I was so arrogant that I required no confirmation or affirmation from, like, you know, one of the higher-ups. So as much as I hate authority, I still trust their authority on a lot of the scripture, and, you know, for obvious reasons. That's kind of why they're in that field, right? Okay. I'm going to put a link. I can't look it up anymore. I'm getting frustrated. Oh, but yeah, the whole point I was trying to make is Jesus was an insult comic. So yeah, it's like he did crazy shit like walk on water, and then, like, he just mocked everybody's disbelief in God, including, like, the apostles that supposedly followed him. You can walk on water. Mentally, they will say you're just delusional, but hey, at least I'm having fun. At least I'm having fun. Are you having fun? Nowhere near as much. The kingdom. I like that. Kingdom. The kingdom is inside of you. I know that God approves of what I do, so you don't have to. Do you have that affirmation? Sorry, I was trying too hard, wasn't I? That's the thing, that's the ego. That's the ego right there. You see my ego in action. It's there. Just accept the negative part. If you don't, you won't get the positive nowhere near as much. 'Cause trust me, I've analyzed the stuff, and I can tell you that much. What they sell to you is complete crap. That's why you have to find it for yourself, for it don't mean nothing. Just do that, and you'll prove it. I think my existence proves the existence of God. Is that arrogant? Is that arrogant? I think my existence proves the existence of God. That must be arrogant, arrogant. They call me a spiritual narcissist, even though I have so much self-awareness that I could multiply myself. Oh wait, I already did it. somebody's gonna cut me off.